The Focus ST still has a huge following. You know you guys love exhaust videos. Now we recently installed ACCELATEC's track system on this Focus ST, and it sounded surprisingly good. I mean, it had no muffler, no resonator, but was still very, very livable. Well, for somebody who wants something a little bit quieter but likes that tone, ACCELATEC offers the extreme version, which adds a resonator, and today we're going to install it on this black 2013 Focus ST. This is the ACCELATEC Extreme Catback Exhaust System fitting your 2013 through 2018 Focus ST. Now, like the track system, this is made of mandrel-bent 304 stainless steel and features your choice of either the black or the polished 4-inch tip. What this system changes where the track is all about flow, this adds a resonator to give you lots of flow but keep the volume down just a little bit. Installation is going to be exactly the same. It'll be a direct replacement for your factory exhaust. So before we get the installation, we have to remove the factory exhaust. Now this car already had an aftermarket exhaust on it, so we're going to show you some stock footage of how to remove your factory exhaust from your 2013 through 2018 Focus ST. Now the installation is pretty straightforward. First thing you do, obviously, get the car off the ground. You will need a Sawzall or something to cut with because the factory exhaust is one piece and welded, it will have to be cut. What you want to do is find this weld right here, then follow to the curve and cut right in this area. All right, the pipe cut, we're going to start now by removing the muffler. Simply pull it off the factory hangers. All right, moving out front now, we're going to disconnect our factory catback from our downpipe. Okay, the pipe disconnected in the front. We're going to remove the hanger for the rear part of our front pipe. Now the last thing we have to do is remove this cross brace so we can remove the mid pipe. All right, with the factory exhaust off, the first step is put the mid pipe up into place using the supplied hardware. All right, now we put the mid pipe into place. The mid pipe's a little challenging. You have to go over the subframe. Just take your time and fish it over, and then put it in the hanger and connect it to the front pipe. Now I want to snug up the clamps. We don't have to tighten them just yet, just make them snug so we can finish the tailpipe section. All right, now we're going to install the tailpipe. We're going to start by getting it in the hangers. Don't forget to put a clamp on the mid pipe, then connect to the mid pipe. All right, and finally we can install the tip. All right, go back through and tighten everything up, make your final adjustments. All right, make sure everything is centered and tight and your installation is finished. Our ACCELATEC Extreme Catback fit great and the chrome tips really look good on this car. Now let's hear how it sounds. It's kind of exactly what I expected, a very similar tone to the track system, just less overall volume. recently did a video on the ACCELATEC track system, which has no resonator, no muffler, no nothing. And it sounded better than I expected. I was kind of worried some of that would be a little too loud. It really wasn't. I mean, it was loud, but it was perfectly livable. But I knew we had the Extreme coming. Now, the Extreme is basically the same thing, same construction, mandrel-bent stainless steel, except they add a resonator in the front. It's a straight-through resonator, nothing crazy, but just enough to bring it down just a little bit. And in my opinion, it's the perfect amount. Like I said, I liked the track, but it was probably a little loud for me when you were on it. This system sounds good. Like it's, I mean, get on a little bit. It's got a good tone. It's still nice and deep, but it's not like over the top. And it's not that the track isn't livable, because I know for a lot of you guys probably want something a little louder than I would, but to me, this is the one of the two I'd probably want on my personal car. This still sounds good when you get on it. Get a nice tone change as you go through the RPM band. Then put it in 6th on the highway, and it's nice and quiet. Get around $3,000 and hold it, you can still hear it, but it's a nice deep tone. It's nice and clean, crisp. It's not raspy or anything like that, and really is just a nice sounding system. It's nice and quiet on the highway, perfectly acceptable. Let's go a little. Yeah, cruising at $3,000, there's just a hint of drone, but only right around $3,000, which is, to be honest, over the speed limit anyway. But if you're gonna drive at that RPM, you hear it a little bit, but overall it's nice because the sound and everything is pretty much the same as what the track system had. It's just the volume just turned down just a little bit. Now I know it is a little different that the Extreme, which most people would think would be the loudest system, is actually the second loudest. The ACCELATEC system, you know, track is their loudest. And they're assuming that's for the guy or girl, whoever wants as much flow as possible. Like, you know, there's no restrictions, no nothing, just exhaust out as fast as possible. The Extreme, you know, it is still a louder system. I mean, it's louder than some of the other ones we tested for sure, but it's not as loud as the track. But yeah, nobody is gonna confuse the Extreme for a stock exhaust system. I just like the lower pitch of these ACCELATEC systems. They both kind of do it. It's even, you know, even with this one with the resonator, it still has a nice low pitch to it. I mean, as you go up in the RPM band, it does change a little bit, but for your normal driving modes, it does have a nice low tone to it. It really does not have that typical raspy 4-cylinder kind of sound.